it's Nancy here. This week I've been using the Recollection Stamp set called Valentine's Day, and I've made 4 different cards, and I've been sharing them all week on my blog, and I've also made some envelopes. So this video is going to show you how I put those cards together. Here's a look at all 4 of the cards. I used minimal supplies in putting these cards together. And I have a detailed list of the supplies on my blog in the event you are interested in purchasing them. So here's a look at the first card. I'm going to stamp out the dogs facing each other, and then I'm going to color them in with Copic markers. And I'm not doing anything fancy with my coloring. I'm just giving the body of the dog a little color, and then I'm going to stamp some hearts above the male dog, and I'm going to use a Wink Stella finally at the end to give a little shine to the hearts on the puppies. The next thing to do is stamp out all the dies that we're going to be using. I'm using a dynamic die kit and a W+9 kit to cut out the fence, and I'm using some curved rectangles that's going to go on the base of the card to give it a little interest, as well as a rectangle that I'll lay on top of the card. I'm adhering the paper pieces with just a tape runner, and then I'm going to raise up the fence and the sentiment XOXO using some foam tape to give the card a little bit more dimension. So this completes the first card, and I'm happy with the way it turned out. And now we're going to move on to the second card. For the second card, I'm going to use a couple of tags that I'm going to die cut, and I'm going to lay those flat on a piece of black cardstock to create some interest on the card. Then I'm going to color in the dogs using the same method that I did in the first card. And then I'm going to be cutting these dogs out and attaching them on top of the tags. The tag die set also has some stars, and I cut out a couple of those, and I'm going to attach that on top of the XOXO sentiment on this card. So I came back later and attached some string into the die cuts, and I liked that interest that it added to that particular card. The third card, I'm using more die cuts, and I'm using a circle along with some hearts. I'm punching out several sizes of the hearts. I'm going to color and cut out one of the dogs and attach all of these items onto the front of the card. I've also used a square rectangular die cut set and made a border to add some additional interest to the front of the card. The fourth card is made almost identical to the first card, except that I'm using a different background, and I only partially cut out the dogs. I also colored in with the Copic markers some grass underneath the dogs. I created custom envelopes for each of these cards, and I have a free template on my blog that you can download and create the same envelope. I printed one side of the envelope out using Photoshop and added some pattern background to it, and then I took my stamps and stamped along the front. There's so many things you can do to customize envelopes, and they're really simple to make. As you can see, there are so many ways you can use this stamp set, and I've only used a couple of the features out of the stamp set. I hope you'll find a stamp set that you like and try to make multiple cards or images out of those stamps. As I mentioned earlier, I've written a number of blog posts regarding these cards, and I have step-by-step instructions along with some free templates that you can print out and use. Please hop over to my blog and take a look, and if you like my videos, give me a thumbs up, and I hope you will go do something creative today, and maybe share it with me. Leave a comment and a picture of what you're working on. Look forward to it. Thanks.